Hello everyone. The topic for today is absolute value. Right now I want you to pause the video so that you can take your notes and then resume when you're ready. Absolute value is the distance between a number and zero on a number line. These symbols, these straight lines, these symbols, they mean absolute value. So whenever you see that, that is asking for how many spaces away from zero is the number that's on the inside. So the first question is asking for the absolute value of 3, or how many spaces away from 0 is 3? Well, that is 3 spaces, so the absolute value of 3 is 3. Next question. How many spaces away from 0 is -4? Well, that is 4 spaces away from 0, so the absolute value of -4 is 4. Last question, the absolute value of -150 is 150. The absolute value signs are grouping symbols, so they need to be treated just like you would with any parentheses. So here we have a math problem on the inside of the grouping symbol that has to be solved before we solve for the absolute value. So we have to do 5 minus 3, which is 2. So that is actually asking for the absolute value of 2, which is 2. Just as a helpful hint, the absolute value is a distance. You cannot have a negative distance, so the absolute value of a number is always going to be positive. Next example, we have 2 absolute value signs separated by an addition sign. So we have to find the absolute value of -5 first, which is 5. Then we have to find the absolute value of 3, which is 3. So that gives us 5 plus 3, which is 8. Last, this negative sign, that means the opposite of. So whenever you see the negative sign, don't get that confused with just a regular subtraction sign, because they look similar. That negative sign means the opposite of. So find the opposite of -3. So we could really read that as find the opposite of 3. So, to make things simple, the opposite of a negative number is the positive number. So whatever number is the same distance away from 0, that's how you find the opposite. So the opposite of -3 is +3. The opposite of 2 is -2. Please do not make the mistake of thinking that finding the opposite is the same as finding the absolute value. They are different. So I want you to find the opposite of find the opposite of -12. Bring that answer with you to class tomorrow, along with any questions.